Welcome to Hit Up All Us for DIY. Today I'll be installing the Hansshow version F for my SR Plus Tesla Model 3. I'm going to try and do a step-by-step video. If you want to tackle this on your own, I hope this helps you. If not, at least you'll get a feel for what your installer will be going through. And here's my setup. I'll be doing the iPad and using the camera. Hope to provide as many angles as possible on the install. Please excuse my camera work though, I'm not a professional. So first we're going to start with taking out the floor mat. Then I'm going to start with taking this trim panel out here. Got a couple of the white clips left on the panel, so I'm going to pop those off. So I've grabbed the 3 clips that were stuck in, and I'll just put these back on so when I'm ready to install, ready to go. So now I'm going to work on this trim piece right here. So you're going to take this top piece off first. Now there's a push pin clip here on the front side. Just loosen the kick panel here just by pulling up on it. So now we're going to take off the panel below the glove box. It's held on by 3 push pins. So this is supposed to have a screw, but mine came from Tesla without the screw. I'll just undo the light here. And undo my speaker. So now I'm going to move the carpet out of the way. It has some adhesive on there. Doesn't come off as easy as I've seen in other videos. But I'm just put my hand back here. Now we'll pull this out of the way. Alright, so now I'm going to do the connector right here underneath or in front of the glove box. Alright, so here you can see the connector I got loose. I'll pull it out. A little tight in there, but not too bad. I just completed connecting the harness to the passenger side connections there at the amplifier control box for the center display. Now I'm going to run the wires to the driver's side. Now for the driver's side, open up. Do this a little bit smoother this time since I do the other side. We've got this clip here, top of the kick panel. There we go. More floor mat out. Next step is to take out this driver's kick panel. Got a few of these white clips left in again. just the two on this one. And we'll run the driver's side wiring underneath over to the other side. Now I'm going to hook up the tweeter wire for this side. Alright, so now I'm going to run the DSP harness. I'm making my DSP connection. I'm actually going to install the DSP from the other side. It looks like I'll have more room with the connector that goes here on this end being on the driver's side. I think this will be a better process. Okay, so now I'm going to pull the cables here at the back. First I'm going to start taking off with this piece here. I'm going to get this rear seat up. There's a latch right under here. Allows that side to lift up. Come around to this side. So this piece here, and then loosen at the bottom of this pillar, just so I can pull the wires through from the front. Alright, so I pass the wires from the front to the back. Tuck them here in the plastic. Pull the cover off here to access the penthouse. We'll get a ratchet. .13mm. We'll go ahead and do the ground. Okay, and now for the 12 volts. This does come from the battery, I believe, so even though I got power off to the car, this wire is probably very much 12 volt alive, so I'll be very careful with this. Cover back on. Get this wiring up and run it up along here. I'm going to wrap these wires a little bit, the positive and negative wires, and some electrical tape for a little bit better insulation. Lose these gloves for a minute. Alright, so now I'm going to get ready to mount the subwoofer, put the bracket on. Alright, so this speaker rests on two studs, one down here and one in here, and then the bolt goes there. I have an extra bolt, but now I need a nut, so I'm going to find my hardware bin a nut that'll fit. So I've got a nut now that'll fit. This stud I'm sure is the same thread, so I'll put that in. So here's how my install looks currently. We get rid of this RCA cable that's here that came with the kit. I order just a male-to-male adapter off Amazon and just plug the wires from the harness directly into the high-in, low-out adapter there, so I don't have to have all this wiring laying around. Here's the base remote turned on right now. These are the settings I have. I've got it in 0 degrees, and I've got the phase and the gain right at the mid mark. And actually testing on a couple of songs, that seems to be ideal. I did try and unplug the remote just to see if it was even necessary or not, and the bass goes away. So you have to have this plugged in. I'm going to end up, it's a lot of cable here, so I'm going to coil it up and stow it nicely. Here's the rest of my wiring run to the front. I just tied it into that harness. There's my rear shelf connector right there. Okay, I'm going to show you how much volume. Usually I'd almost go 80%, 90% when I was really jamming. Now it's about 70-75% is loud enough. This right here is a good casual listening level for me. Got the Tesla back together. System sounds awesome. Really pleased with this version F of the Tesla offers. Balance, fader, everything works right. Definitely has a lot more bass. Love having all the speakers activated. Really apologize that my DIY video really didn't come out very well today. Really needed a helper, really needed like a smaller camera or like a headlamp camera. I've seen some people have those, and I just didn't invest in that. So apologies. So a lot of steps on this video were skipped just due to the fact that the video quality wasn't very good. I'd like to help out anybody who wants to try this on their own. So if you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll answer it. Thanks again for watching Hit Up Boss for DIY.